Hi, I'm Travis, and I'd like to share with you my favorite feature of the ABC 13 Houston News app. Tap here for the hour-by-hour forecast or mega Doppler radar in your neighborhood. You can also opt in to get breaking alerts. Make your phone or tablet even better with the free ABC 13 Houston News app.
Tonight, a man arrested for allegedly having meth in his car feels vindicated. Early on, he claimed he did not have the drug in his car, but police didn't believe him. Eyewitness reporter Jessica Willie joins us live to tell us what officers did find and why they did not believe the man's claims. Jessica?
Yeah, Eric, turns out the substance he had was perfectly legal. In fact, many of you have it in your homes. Tonight, after his case was dismissed, Ross LeBeau talked to us to tell everyone he's innocent.
They thought they had the biggest bust that they've seen in Harris County. This was the bust of the year for them.
It was a traffic stop in early December that led to the discovery of almost half a pound of methamphetamine, or so says the news release the Harris County Sheriff's Office sent out. A photo of the find and a mugshot of the alleged dealer, Ross LeBeau, was included, which led to news coverage that spread quickly.
Yeah, people have been calling me kingpin or drug lord.
LeBeau was fingerprinted and booked into jail.
My heart sank, and I was so confused. I didn't know what was happening.
Where he spent 3 days.
I think they were quick to judgment.
Criminal defense attorney George Rule then started talking to prosecutors about what was really in the car.
They almost scoffed and laughed.
LeBeau says the substance was cat litter inside a sock. His father left one in his car and gave this one to his sister for her car. It's supposed to keep the windows from fogging up. The problem is 2 field tests done by deputies came back positive for meth. A third by the county's forensic lab revealed it was not a controlled substance. And this week, the case was dismissed.
Where do I go to build my reputation back?
LeBeau says the accusation has caused him to lose work, not to mention the embarrassment. He and his attorney don't blame the deputies, rather the field tests.
But ultimately, probably might be just a cheap budget-cutting testing equipment that they might need to reevaluate.
I would like an apology.
For now, LeBeau will work to expunge his record, but what's online may never go away.
I was wrongly accused for this, and I'm going to do everything in my power and with my family backing me to be able to clear my name.
Jessica Willie, 13 Eyewitness News.
Harris County Sheriff's Office drops drug charges against Texas man after meth. Turns out to be cat litter. A sock full of cat litter ended up leading to a Texas man being publicly branded as a drug dealer, when deputies with the Harris County Sheriff's Office managed to mistake it for meth. In yet another case of faulty field tests that have repeatedly been exposed as wildly inaccurate, police issued a press release and bragged on Facebook about how their big drug bust had kept everyone's children safe from the scourge of methamphetamines. Meanwhile, Ross LeBeau was taken to jail on charges of drug possession with the intent to distribute, based on the meth weighing in at over half a pound. As a result, he lost work and will be forced to go through the process of having his record expunged, even though the charges were dropped, to avoid the stigma of having been identified, very publicly, as a drug dealer. In spite of that, LeBeau is surprisingly unwilling to place any blame on the deputies who used notoriously inaccurate equipment to declare the cat litter was an illegal substance. For their part, the Harris County Sheriff's Office released a second press release, in which they had no problem whatsoever placing the blame squarely on LeBeau's shoulders, saying that the deputies did everything right and that his statement that he didn't know what the unknown substance was is what was responsible for the mix-up. Via ABC 13.com in Houston, LeBeau and his attorney do not blame the deputies for the ordeal, rather the field tests. Ultimately, it might be bad budget-cutting testing equipment they need to reevaluate, said George Rule, who added prosecutors practically laughed when he told them it was cat litter. I would like an apology, said LeBeau. He says the accusation has caused him to lose work, not to mention the embarrassment. He will work to expunge his record. I was wrongly accused and I'm going to do everything in my power, with my family's backing, to clear my name, he said. Harris County Sheriff's Office statement: The Harris County Sheriff's Office deputies stopped Mr. LeBeau for a traffic offense on December 5, 2016 at 4:30 p.m. During that initial stop, the deputies detected a strong odor of marijuana emitting from his vehicle. Mr. LeBeau was questioned and admitted to having marijuana in the console of his vehicle. The drugs were recovered, and in the process of inventorying his vehicle, a substance was found wrapped in one sock in his vehicle. Mr. LeBeau was questioned about the contents, at which time he indicated that he had no idea what it was. The deputies followed proper procedures and field tested the substance on 2 separate occasions, which field tested positive for methamphetamines, notified the district attorney's office, who accepted charges for possession of controlled substance of 200 grams, and Mr. LeBeau posted bond and was released. During the investigation, Mr. LeBeau failed to identify the substance and later, after being released, indicated on social media that the substance was cat litter that he kept in a sock in his vehicle. Regarding this incident, all indication shows that the deputies followed basic procedures and followed established protocol related to this incident. Because of the established procedures in place, and this contraband was submitted to the Institute of Forensic Science, it was determined not to be methamphetamine and charges were dismissed. It doesn't look like he's going to get that apology. At least the prosecutors were able to get a good laugh out of it.